everybody, it's Marianne Lennox, your Staff Training and Development Coordinator, and today in my office we're going to discuss a little bit about using a new PowerPoint presentation that is a template that you can use some of the screens as your image when you want to create publicity images to go onto your large screen displays. And I have a couple of people in my office. Susanna Lieberman is with me, as well as Victoria Blakely, and they both are very interested in learning how to do this. Their departments are getting these large screen displays, and so I wanted to give them a little training as well as show everybody out in the virtual community how to do this as well. Now, these are guidelines. This is not a mandate. This is not absolutely imperative that you use these. The purpose of these templates was to make it easier for you so you can get this information up quickly without having to start from scratch. So I want to go ahead and get started. Do y'all want to say anything? Do you want to say hello or have any questions before we get started?
I don't have any questions yet.
I just now realized what this was for.
Good. Do you think it's going to be helpful?
Absolutely, because I was actually worried about being able to put content
Good.
onto those TVs.
Yeah, how you were going to get it on there. Well, now this is what's going to show you.
It's
Okay?
make it a lot faster too.
Good. I hope so. I hope so. But no, please know that we want you to use all your creative energies and all your cool ideas, and hopefully this is just going to be a jump start for you to get it started. Okay? So this PowerPoint presentation will be uploaded onto Staff Space. I've also put it on SlideShare. You'll have lots of ways to get to it. It's PowerPoint 2010. The key to this is in the page setup. It's set up in a certain size so that it's the most optimum size for your large screen displays. And I've tested the output of this on the large screen displays so know that if you don't go in and mess with any of those settings, you're going to get really good resolution. So the first thing I want to mention is that you can use any slide to help publicize your events, collections, or projects. You can change the text, the color scheme, or the borders to fit your content. You can add your own images, as well as this will teach you how to save it as a high-quality PNG and then upload it to your Flickr set so that it will show on your large screen display. So to begin, we're going to choose from the Home tab. We're going to pick one of these four colors to start with, and so you might want to think about your InDesign. You know, you've probably got an image of something that you want to start with. So
can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
On the last slide, the PNG, I've heard that as a term really thrown around. What exactly kind of format does that?
Portable network graphic is the name. I think it's portable is the name of it. It's a type of image. Okay. And the reason we chose a PNG over the JPG export is that you get better quality. And so that's why we're doing it. It's a bigger file size type, but you get better quality. So I've created these four slides that you can start with. And if you'll notice, when I look at the four different slides, all the boxes are in the same place. So think about as the slideshow is going to be rotating on your large screen displays. And I like the idea that all the boxes are in the same place and all you're doing is changing the colors and changing the content. And just imagine how that's going to look. It's going to be nice and uniform. And so when we're in one of the templates, obviously you're going to add your descriptive text here for the event. So let's come up with something. Let's pretend that we have to create a slide for something. So somebody either give me an event or let's make up something. What do y'all think?
Well, we have movie programs. So
Okay.
We could do a 1940s film program.
1940s film program. All right. So is there a theme to the particular films themselves?
I was actually thinking about doing the queens of the silver screen, a lot of the older Hollywood actresses that are popular.
Come see old Hollywood at its finest. And just flying by the seat of our pants, but I think you know where I'm going on this.
Right.
Okay. So, we're just going to say every
Monday night.
every Monday night. Monday night. At the main library. At the, downtown library? Okay. Because, so do you have a title for this series of events?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay,
Just
so
make up
we're gonna say, I don't know, Hollywood classic movies. Okay. Now, can you change the font on this and the font size? Sure, absolutely. But remember, it's Tahoma right now, and that really is proven to be the most readable font for this kind of display.
Really? Arial isn't?
Arial, Tahoma, something that's big block letters.
Right. Not the
So,
sans serif.
yeah, if you put it, Thriller font or something like that, it's.
What about if it's Halloween?
If it's Halloween, try to resist the urge to do those funky creative fonts. I know they're cool, but the more cluttered this is, the less readable it's going to be, okay? But if you want to make this bigger, let me show that. So you can just, and I'm going to ignore that phone. So you can see how you can just make it a little bit bigger. I did not set these to do automatic sizing in these blocks so that it would automatically fill the blocks because I wanted us to have a little bit more creativity. And if you're working in PowerPoint or Word or anything like this, I think you probably know how to do that. But if not, I'll be more than happy to show you how. I like the way that we've got some change in the font color. So let's say that first thing we want to do is insert an image here. So where would you get an image that might represent old Hollywood films? Any ideas?
Wikipedia?
Yeah, Wikipedia, Google image search, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But we also need to make sure that we can use it so that
Yeah,
it's not copyright issues. So one of my favorite tricks is to use the Creative Commons image search, and I can never remember the URL, so I'm just going to Google it. So I go to Creative Commons image search. And so let's just put our search query. What did we decide it was going to be? Classic Hollywood movies. I have no idea if this is going to give us anything, but it's worth a shot. Let's just go ahead and choose Google Images because that'll probably be our broadest range. Okay, so there's some nice film. Oh, look. Now, it does say that the results are labeled for commercial reuse with modification. So we're going to go with that. If we go over and use the Wikipedia search, it will probably, that would be a little bit more Photopedia is Wikipedia for images, and we could also use Wikimedia Commons, which are also classic. So we don't have quite as many results. We could use Flickr, some other things on here. I'm going to go ahead and go back to Google Images. I think y'all get an idea of where we are. See, that's a Flickr image, so that probably means that, yes, the person who uploaded it said that it was free to use, but the original image, I'm not sure. That's something you're going to have to double check. Okay, but for our purposes, let's go ahead and use this one. So I'm just going to right click on it and choose copy image. And then I'm going to go back into my PowerPoint presentation. And at this point, I can just paste. Now I could Control V, and there she is. Now I could do that another way. Now if I want to fill this space with that image, I would need to, I can click on here, right click, whoop, let me get my, so if I want to do a shape fill with a picture this way, then it's going to ask me to browse for one. So you can do it either way.
Right.
I think for consistency's sake, we'll just throw some penguins in there. You know, just for fun. I'm going to take that guy out. But do you see how that threw that image in there? And that way all the images in your rotation are going to be the same. Now we've obviously got some aspect ratio issues here. But I think you know where I'm going on that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that was the difference in what we just did. So we pasted an image in, and then we also filled an image. So let's say, for example, now we'd like to change this background. Notice in this one does not have a background image. It just has a color. This one does have a background image back here. And the way that I did that, I've clicked on the object that I want to change, and I'm going to drop down my tab here because I want to see the ribbons. So once I click on the object, I have a Format Object Picture Tools, and it's a picture, so it's already doing the put an image behind it. So right now let's just click on that back box, and now I've got format, and I can do a shape fill, and here's where I can add my textures. Okay, so you see how you're just using.
So you go to Picture Tools.
Right, and as you select on the different things, you get different options in your window. So I'll do that again over here. So now we've got, let's change the color of this box where it says come see Hollywood, old Hollywood at its finest. So I'll go into shape fill, and now I can look how I can change the color of that box, and it gives me a great little preview. And the previews work with everything. Another thing that I can do, the shape outline. So here's my outline. That's the border. I can give it a bigger border, and I can change the color. Whoop! Hello. And I can change the color. Do you see the color changing? Mm-hmm. Now the weight on this doesn't seem very thick because of the resolution, but if I put that at 20, you can see how it gets a lot bigger. And I can also do cool stuff like shadowing, glows, and soft edges. So you can see you can add all kinds of artistic elements to either the borders or the boxes.
And so this is just in regular PowerPoint.
This is in
you
PowerPoint.
You can apply this to like...
Yes, this is in PowerPoint. So we could do almost anything with this. These kind of effects are available in your boxes and objects and text boxes in Word as well.
And Publisher.
And Publisher. Thank you, Victoria. So let's say we want to add a gradient behind this one. Actually, I'm going to do it from up here. It's a little bit easier. So I'm going to say shape fill, gradient, and notice that. Come on, up, gradient, please. Thank you. And so it's picking the gradient colors based on the rest of your colors on that slide. It's pretty smart about it. So now I have, if I want to see how the gradient is changing over here as I hover over. Okay, so you can play with it and do a lot of different things with it. And just remember, just to me, think about all of the photos that you've got in that set they're going to be showing, and so that you've got some semblance to it. I really dislike that picture. I'm going to change it.
Do you still have if you copy and paste, would you still have the picture of Elizabeth?
Actually, I would. And let's see, Control V. There she is. But I could also pull up my clipboard viewer over here on the side. But yeah, I've still got Elizabeth. Let's see what we can do with her, make her a little bit better. I could, if I want to stay on stay in this box. To keep the size, so I can cover up the penguin. What do I need to do now though, because it's over the logo? I need to send it to the back. Exactly.
Now, how do you do that?
I'm going to right click on it and choose send backward. Okay.
I never
see, and so
that.
yeah, and so now let's see, let's put a pretty border on her. We're going to make it purple. We need to add the weight to it, make it a big thick one. There.
And so to send that to the back, you did right click and
Yes.
it's just there.
Yeah, right click.
And then you hovered over
Send,
it, or
send to back. Yeah, I'm hovering over that. Send to back, send back. If I send it all the way to the back, look what's going to happen. See, that image goes away. So I can actually delete this guy. I'm not going to use him. Now, where's the image? We sent it all the way to the back behind all these other elements. So I'm going to do a Control Z a couple of times and get her back. Okay? So that's something you have to be careful of, because you can send it so far back that you have to move everything else to get it out of the way. Okay? I don't know about y'all, but that pink line right there is driving me crazy, so let's get rid of it. Shape outline. Oh, it's not on the...
I think it was a shadow. You did.
It was a shadow. Okay. So that means I have to go in and format shape, and it was a reflection. Was it a shadow?
Or the glow and soft edge.
Yes, that's what it was. Thank you, Victoria. Okay. Close. Down. That's a little bit better. All right, so let's just assume that we've got this the way we want it. Do y'all have any questions about manipulating the colors and the backgrounds and adding images and things? No? Okay. So all we have to do now is choose File, Save As, and we want this to be a PNG, Portable Network Graphics format. Okay? And drop it somewhere where you're going to remember where it is. This happens to be on my desktop, and I'm going to click Save. Yes, thank you. And now it's going to say, do you want every slide or the current slide only? And I'm just going to choose current slide only.
What would it save if you did every slide?
All the slides in the set.
It'd save them each as images.
Right.
Like separate PNG.
And so now if we go look, there she is right there. She's lovely. Okay?
That's a good looking slide.
It is a good looking slide, and it's going to look great on the big LCD. So now how do we get that up there? That's pretty easy. We go to log into the Huntsville-Madison County Public Library Flickr stream.
Are we going to be given that
I can
login?
provide the
Okay.
login and the password information to you, or IT can do it for you as well.
So we created that slide in PowerPoint,
Yes.
and now we're going to upload.
We exported it as a PNG, portable network, and now we're going to upload it to the Flickr set. And the large screen displays run off of a Flickr set. So you have a special collections Flickr set, and you have a reference and adult Flickr set. So as a matter of fact, you can see the sets on the page if you look on the word sets, and there's the Bailey Cove set, the reference slideshow, etc. So that's the one that you would add it to.
If we upload pictures of things that came out of our department, will it automatically pull those?
So we had some issues when we were recording earlier, and I had to stop that session, but I did want to go ahead and follow up and show you how to upload an image to Flickr and add it to your set. So I'm on the Flickr page, and I have chosen Upload. Now I'll choose Photos and Videos, and browse to the file that we just created. And now all we have to do is choose Add to Sets, and you let it know which set you want to add it to, and that's how it's going to show up. And then Click Done and upload one photo. And now you'll choose Upload the photo stream. And yeehaw, it's done. There it is. You see, we actually did that twice. Now, if I don't like how that turned out, I can go in and delete it as well. So, that's it. I hope this has been helpful. Please know that if you need any help at all, you contact me, contact ITS. We'll be glad to help and get your images on your large screen displays for your programming. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much.